Embracing a small living space can be the start of your most creative and fulfilling lifestyle yet.
You know, in today's world, especially in retirement, maybe you're downsizing, a small space often means a smarter, more intentional lifestyle with the decisions that you've made.
And if you ignore the potential of your compact space, you might miss out on an incredible opportunity for innovation and personal satisfaction.
Now, I know you might be thinking that your space is so small and so cluttered, there's no hope. But really what we want to walk you through today is starting to think creatively. How can I creatively start thinking creatively how you can create this space that you're going to fall in love with regardless of the size. Right now you're watching us in one of the bedrooms in our home that's 10 feet by 11 feet. And it does three things. It's an office, it's a video studio, and it is a bedroom for our guests right behind us here. That cabinet is a queen size Murphy bed.
And Murphy beds have gotten pretty cool and pretty creative, as we found when we bought this.
So we've really been able to take this one little space and really find three wonderful uses for it. And you can do the same thing. Now, if you're new here, I'm Mark, and this is my wife, Jody.
And we don't focus on the financial aspects of retirement, but rather your lifestyle, health, relationships, and more.
So do us a favor. Please hit the subscribe button because we want you to get notified when our videos come out. But more importantly, if you enjoyed this video, that's great. Watch some more. But share this and other videos with your friends, other people that you care about who are on their retirement journey too.
Now, it's interesting. We had one of our children, as you may know, we have 6 children. One of them moved to New York City after graduating from college and found a 1-bedroom apartment, but needed to share it due to expenses with a friend. So she got a hold of the building, they went and toured the space. It's a nice 1-bedroom apartment, and when I tell you it's a 1-bedroom apartment, it's really a 1-bedroom studio apartment. You walk in, you're in the living room, the kitchen, there's 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and that's it.
And it costs, what does it cost? $2,300 a month? $2,400?
Oh, it's $4,200.
$4,200 a month. One young person in New York City.
And she couldn't do it.
With a good job, can't afford that.
Right.
So she did what a lot of people do. There's a company called Flexwall. They will come in, and landlords are okay with this. Some
landlords are okay with it. You have to check with the building, and there's some stipulations that go with it.
But basically, they put up an L-shaped wall that takes the living room and turns it into another bedroom. So now you've got a very small front room to watch TV in.
Very small living space.
Small, that's their living, little couch, maybe even some ottomans, and the TV. And then an alley kitchen, because there's another wall with a door. So now they have 2 people living in this apartment that they can afford. Yeah. And it's cramped and it's tight. But we helped them decorate it, and we really had fun.
We did. And that really gave us inspiration because we had a lot of comments on YouTube about, great, we've downsized. I don't like my downsized space. I don't know what to do. I can't fit everything. I don't like what I'm doing. So it inspired us to do this video.
I don't know if we have any pictures of it. Maybe Jordan can take some pictures that we can put on this video.
Even a before and after would be kind of cool.
It's cute. It's charming. It's perfect for them. So there's a lot that you can do. Now, before we jump into what we're going to talk about specifically, we did include a link to our downsizing guide. And we have a bunch of downsizing videos that are great. But download this link to the downsizing guide. It might help inspire you to see some ways in which you can tighten up a small little room. And don't forget to stay till the end because we're going to give you 5 low-budget tips on how to get started in decorating a small space.
All right, so let's get started. The first thing you want to think about when you walk into a room, and we actually did this for Jordan as well, is maximize your vertical space, right? Utilizing vertical space is key to small rooms and small spaces.
So the walls.
Especially where it's limited. You know, floating shelves, a tall, narrow bookcase, you know, hanging hooks for vertical storage, opting for some wall-mounted lighting instead of lamps that take up space. And, you know, consider a loft bed. So what we did in Jordan's instance We did the loft bed, so she had storage underneath.
So loft bed, we did the
risers
to lift the bed off the floor
Right.
this much, so then she can get those containers.
So she had containers that went underneath, and then in her closet, oddly enough, she had the hanging part of the closet, one shelf, and then above the shelf was 6 feet. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up being able to put in bins that, granted, she can't get to everything, but you can move your summer wardrobe up, bring your winter wardrobe down, and vice versa. So vertical space is a good first topic to jump into.
Now, the other thing is multifunctional furniture. So we showed you
The cabinet behind us is actually a Murphy
bed. And, that is an amazing way in which to have, for us, I think if we didn't have the studio, we probably would just have a regular bed in here or a pull-out couch. But that didn't really work. This is perfect for us. But you can invest in a sofa bed in a room. You can use nesting tables, those tables where there's a big one, like I would call it a daddy table, a mommy table, and a kid table.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting creative.
Yeah.
Or find an expandable dining room table. We've always done that.
We have always done
you and
that.
I, in our whole lives, the first apartment's really small, but you get a leaf or two, so you can expand it when you have to.
Well, we have 6 kids. You can't keep a table that's out set for 14 ready to go, right? So ours is always tight until everyone gets here, and then we expand it.
Plus we have the folding table in the garage that we bring out to extend it.
Right.
But you can have a wall-mounted desk.
Those have actually become very popular. You could Google a wall-mounted desk, and literally it's like bolts in the wall and then cables, and it flips up. Oftentimes there's actually a print on the bottom side, so when it's flipped up, it looks like a picture on the wall. And when it flips down, that's your desktop.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
Storage ottomans. And I thought of that because when we were in California at Jonathan and Mari's house, I got up in the morning, it was freezing. Couldn't find a blanket anywhere. Anywhere. And he said, it's in the ottoman. And I never thought that
it opened.
He opened up and it was full of blankets.
Yeah.
So that's another multifunctional piece of furniture you can have to hide things.
All right, the third bucket that you can really look at is light and mirrors. Proper lighting and mirrors can make a room feel larger and more open. Using mirrors to reflect light, choosing sheer curtains for natural light, and implement some layer lighting, some ambient, some accent lighting, even using some light colors for the walls and the floor, on your paint can make a room feel bigger. And placing your lamp strategically to eliminate dark corners. Any dark corners is going to make your small space feel smaller.
Well, we've done that here. We have the lamp over there that on the table that acts as a bedside table. On this side, we have a bedside table. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lamp in the corner as well. It just shoots up. So when you come in the room, you flip the switch, those two come on, and it brightens up the room.
And what's funny about the bedside table you're talking about on this side, we have our puppy, Ruby, and our bedside table on this side is actually Ruby's crate.
That's true. I forgot
so
about
it's
that.
one of Ruby's crates that actually is white, and it's actually very attractive. We got it at Chewy. But it doubles as a bedside table, but it's actually a dog crate.
Yeah, we have 2 of them, one here and one in our
room.
In our room.
Yeah.
But the other thing is the curtains we have in this room, they're sheer, so they flip. So when you open them up, it gets a lot of natural light. It makes this 10 by 11 foot room really feel huge.
Yeah. So light and mirrors is a good topic to look at.
My favorite, decluttering and organizing. I mean, we'll send you, we'll include a picture of our closet that's a mess. But the closet inside of it, we have a dresser, so when guests come, they can put their clothes in there. We have a lot of our office stuff in there. We have our clothes for the video shoots in there.
Your clothes.
My clothes.
I keep my clothes in my room.
But it's you can hide a lot of stuff in the closet. You can hide a lot of stuff up on the shelves. Use drawer organizers. We do that in our dressers. We have this great rule: 1 in, 1 out. Like I don't buy a new shirt unless I'm going to eliminate an old shirt, because I don't need 20 shirts, right?
I actually have some. I should actually go through my closet. My closet's gotten a little unruly.
Yeah, you do 5 in, 1 out.
I do. So I need to do better.
But it's it's just a new mentality that you say, listen, I need some new clothes. Donate the ones you don't wear anymore.
Right.
It really does help. We use vertical file folders for our documents. We have a storage drawer somewhere in the house, and like you mentioned earlier, under bed storage.
Right.
We use that in our room. We have those.
Do.
You go to Walmart or whatever, and you can find those little
Container
boxes.
Store,
they
Walmart,
just fit underneath, and we have our shoes in there that we don't use because it's dead space.
Yeah,
it really is I love decluttering and organizing, but that's definitely a good way to go.
The fifth thing I would say, if you're kind of a little negative on your downsized smaller space, personalize that space just for you. A room should really reflect your personality to make it feel like home. You know, display your personal items, your photos. Choose a color scheme that reflects your style and personality. If you can, and you're good at it, you know, add some plants or a touch of nature, something green that kind of grows in the room that you can take care of. I'm a big fan of decorative pillows and throws. My kids will tell you that. I even change them by season in a lot of places. And display any art or wall decor that speaks to you. Now in this room, we have the photo of the picture behind us, which is kind of soothing colors. On that wall, unfortunately, it doesn't really speak to me, but it's our soundproofing.
I'm laughing because our plants in this room, I'm going to show you. I can't kill this plant. I mean, I don't, no matter what I do.
Oh, you're spilling stuff out.
No, because it's artificial. That's how we keep plants fresh.
Yeah, we're not very good at plants. I want to get better. I do have a one Christmas cactus that I've kept alive for years.
And those plants over there, they never die. If you look at these videos, they're always bright and fresh.
I always put new flowers in.
Those are fake.
I always put new flowers in. You
new fake ones?
You don't think I put new flowers in?
New fake ones? So we personalize it. For us, we don't do well with plants, but we certainly do well with artificial plants.
Now, here are 5 low-budget tips on how to decorate while keeping your expenses low. We're going to go through these pretty quick. The first is any DIY decor projects. Handmade artwork, upcycled furniture, refreshing old furniture with paint or something new. And like I said, homemade throw pillows that you can make at home if you're a sewer, if you're crafty. I am not. I tend to buy my pillows.
Yeah, we're not good at DIY decor projects,
we're not
but you
great.
might be. There's a lot of people that are.
Yeah.
But I tell you what we are good at is shopping secondhand.
Absolutely.
We found some amazing thrift stores. We've online marketplaces like Facebook online. We don't use Craigslist, but Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace.
Or garage and estate sales. You know, you can find little gems that speak to you that are really inexpensive to buy.
Right.
And if you do this on a regular basis, you can actually rotate things out and bring new stuff in.
You know, the other thing you can do is rearrange and use what you already have. Rearranging existing furniture, repurposing some common items, or displaying any of your personal memorabilia, using your own photos or keepsakes as decor.
I'm going to bring up all my sports awards.
He has none.
I don't have any, so that's not a problem. The other thing is just to take a minimalistic approach. Less sometimes is always more. Less color. Just paint the room a common color and decorate it with a little bit of artwork. Focus on some key pieces. You know, if you have a few good quality items in the room, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And declutter regularly. It's so easy to come in and pile stuff and pile more, and then it just becomes a problem.
Right.
So,
the other thing is looking at natural elements. We mentioned plants. Mark made fun of me on our fake plant over there.
I didn't make fun of you. Make fun of me.
Fun of us. Our outdoor plants are real plants, but indoor plants, adding greenery, low-cost plants, any succulents that don't need a lot of attention, or spider plants can all be decorative and actually improve your air quality. You know, oftentimes, and I'm a big fresh flower person, so oftentimes I'll go and bring home fresh flowers just to kind of warm up our small spaces.
And Jody's really good at that. We always have fresh flowers out in the main living area where we spend most of our time. And frankly, normally, when they're out there, you bring them back here. But
I do.
We just been kind of jammed up a little bit. We've been so damn sick. Finally feeling better, but I would think next week we'll probably have fresh flowers back in the videos. But we hope that these tips and examples are going to help you create a stylish space without overspending, because you really don't want to do that and have to go out and buy new.
Right.
But start transforming your small space today. Take it on as a project. Enjoy it. And, you know, look at some of the other videos we have on our channel regarding downsizing and redecorating.
And remember, a well-decorated space isn't about the aesthetics. It's about creating comfortable, functional, and a personal space, and it's a personal haven for you.
So this next video, top tips to declutter your home for retirement. This is one of our most popular videos. So if you haven't seen it, you really want to watch it. We're going to walk you through the decluttering process for every room in your home and tell you what you can do with everything that you're going to eliminate from your house. So watch this one next.